Right, fucking hell, right. I'm not going to say nothing. Well, obviously I am. Right, yeah. So I've been into work today. Christmas Day. Christmas Day working for you. Unbelievable. Well, at the end of the day, right, you know, I'm not saying nothing, but if I'd have had a choice, right, between going in and working at Christmas Day today, or, I don't know, someone said to me, you need to lace your tongue that makes it somehow really soft and pliable, and then I go and glue some broken glass to a fucking a wooden board, and you've got to lick it deeply and just basically end up with a shredded tongue, I'd have gone, where's your fucking board? So that was quite hardcore today. Yeah, hardcore that the sergeant is not quite used to on his special abilities of Michelin awareness and ow, fuck's sake, whose hands on me toe? Oh, yeah, so that was quite spicy today. Yeah, very spicy. Sergeant was in amongst it. Yeah, keeping the kitchen crew together. Yeah, being the sole bastion of that fucking kitchen today. I was their hammer. I was their strong point. Yeah. I had a helper. He was okay. So I'm going to give the helper about, I don't know, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. He done fairly well. He gassed out earlier than I did, because I'm a master. Quite a few hours actually earlier. I was still going strong. I'm twice his age. But that just goes to show you how good the sergeant can be. Yeah, his ability, mastery of the technique of skillage, and just skillage ability. Right, I'm quite pissed, and I've got to do a naan. So we've got to make a naan mix. So what does this involve? It involves the bowl of joyous abilities, okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to get some, now I've got oat plain flour, so I'm going to use self-raising, right? So this is just how we're going to do it. So I'm going to whack in some of that. I reckon that'll be fine, hopefully. You can never know on these situations. Now, don't forget the oil, or you could use a probably better clarified butter, but in this instance, we're just going to use some oil. Okay, now what else we're going to do? So, we are going to be creating quite a Christmassy sort of themey naan, alright? So, we're going to go Nigella seeds. I want two teaspoons of them in. Yeah, they're going to give that naan that real vitality, yeah, of like real ability of spicy awareness, okay? And this isn't stuff that I've decreed. I want some sea salt in there as well. Nice pinch of that, yeah. So, the reason why we're going to be using, actually is quite handy, so we're using self-raising flour, is also as well, I've got a lot of that in there. What have we got? That's not that fine. I've just run out of fennel. I've got some more fennel seeds. Sergeant has found some more fennel seeds, and that's literally because of, like, you know, cultural ability of awareness and basically being too good. It's just how it was. So yeah, so it's really quite hectic today at work actually, like being serious. So it was quite hectic. I mean, I was able to keep on top of things quite well. So we're whacking the cranberries. Well, I'm hoping that should be enough. Right, and then we're going to add in, some sugar as well, if I can get it. So I want to heat the sugar there. Right. So we want this naan to be like fairly sweet, right, okay, so but not overly sweet. Now for a little bit of we need a little bit of greenery, okay. Now so I've got a nice bag of coriander. So but what I'm gonna do, and I wouldn't normally do this, right? So I'm going to open the bag. So we're going to need this anyway a bit later. So I just want to whack in a little bit of coriander into the actual dough itself, okay? So I'm just going to chomp it up. Don't go like, take your time a little bit. Don't go mental. Like, don't just slice it up and go, yeah, that'll do. Right. Okay. Right, okay, so that's just going to give it a nice little bit of a nice colour. Right. So I'm going to whack that straight back into the fridge. And not only into the fridge, but into the fridge of like self-indulgence and magnificentness that can go on in these circumstances. Right, okay, now I'm going to whack in some yoghurt as well. Just squeeze it in. Just squeeze it in. You haven't got to be too, you've got to, when you do these sort of things, you've got to remember, yeah, that you don't need, I'm going to put in a little bit of black pepper as well, that you don't need, yeah, to get too comfortable with the unprofessional ability of that things that can happen. And what I mean by that is basically the more and more you do all these sort of things, yeah, the more comfortable and easier they become. Yeah. So it's like with Mrs. Claire. Yeah, she's now getting comfortable and starting to get used to and working out what she can and can't do with her air fryer. Yeah, she's almost, I reckon, probably. I'm doing a prediction on this actually. I'm doing the prediction, and I'm probably going to say that Claire will be almost like an air fryer master within a couple of weeks. So, she's doing well. She's doing really well. She's done watched her gammon roast she's done, glazed as well. Okay. And I was literally speechless. Because she's just too amazing. So. There you go. Right, so I'm going to whack some water in out. Right, here we go. I need to get this sorted out. Right, a little bit of water. Right, so we've got the oil in now. We've got the flour. So we're now going to mix that round. Okay. So I just want it to get down round to almost like a wet paste, but not too wet. Right. So we are going to need more flour. So I put in slightly too much water. But like I said, measurement situations are not there. Yeah, we don't want it. I refuse. I could get a scale, but I'm just refusing. I'm being a bit stubborn. Yeah, and I know that's probably not a great idea, but it's just how it is. Yeah, I want stubbornness on my wage ability. Yeah, I'm not like budging on it. So, and if it creates in like I have to alter things and things like that, then that's fine. So I'm just more interested in getting this right, yeah, getting it succulent, yeah, and making a difference, yeah, and making a difference to the culinary world, yeah, and saying to people, no, yeah, you are amazing, but Sergeant is just better. So it's just I'm just fucking around. Right, okay. So anyway, that's how it goes. All right. So what we're trying to do here now is we're just trying to really getting all the moistury parts of this dough that is making it sticky to become not as sticky as the rest of it, if that makes any sense at all. So we're trying to gather up all that extra doughage that is in. This is what a mixer would do anyway. So anyway, oh, and actually I have an announcement. We have got a new, I opened up my Christmas presents today, yeah, and I'd like to thank obviously Private Auntie for Christmas presents, so thanks for that. So that was really nice and handy. So we've got a new mixer as well. I haven't set it up yet, but I will do. So I could have done this in that. So obviously the old mixer, I've got the base of the old mixer. I'll use that I'll still keep that, because I need that for like whizzing up like the dried spices and like the, like the seeds and shit like that or whatever. So we'll keep that. Okay, so, but yes, we've got a new, like, because I can do like flowers and breads and stuff like that in there, which is like really cool. So, because I would like to do some more sort of like pastry work, really, to be honest with you, which I'll be able to do this time. And I've checked it out, and it's, yeah, and I can see the actual fault with the old one. It was just, it weren't going to be up to the job, really, to be honest with you. Okay, so now this dough, I'm going to start breaking it apart, because I want to get all that flour mixed in there. I still want it gathered, right? So I want to be able to actually make this into a dough, and then into a bread itself, into a naan. But we need a lot of work to do. Right, okay. Right, so that was quite intense. That was a little bit of an exercise work there, and especially after having like a really heavy day, you know, at work at Christmas, you know. It's like you know, it's sometimes it can be a bit brutal. Yeah, it can be a bit brutal on the body. Yeah, and on the soul. And now we've got to knead this dough. Yeah, so we've got to knead it. I've got to knead it like I need it. Yeah, like I need to do it. Right, but it's the love. It's the love of doing the food, and you know, experiencing that power. I mean, this naan is probably going to be like really good, like really good. Right, I'm just going to leave it there. I just want to let it settle for a little bit. Right, so we know in there what we need to do with it. Right, I need this bowl. Okay, so what we're doing now is we're starting to objectify outwards. Right. Right, now I would like to say there is an announcement. Okay, now it's really important. So all the privates in the squad are going to have an ability, yeah, okay, to be upgraded. Well, not all of them, but one of them. So this is mainly going to be for the upper members of the squad membership, really. So we're talking about Sheep Unit, Ronaldsworth and Pelosi, and head leader Tom Carriage. Okay, so we're going to basically offer one of the privates to be upgraded to a corporal. Okay, and I want a vote in who that's going to be. Okay, so we've got Private Toast Watcher. Okay, we've got Private Delivery Man. We've got Private Alan. Okay, we've got Private Auntie. Okay, so they are the choices. Okay, so out of one of them are going to be promoted to a corporal, which is actually quite a very important rank. So, as I think some people have, it's actually just trying to check shit out at the moment. No, so yes, it's a very important role. You know, to be in. Okay, so what we're doing now is we're just starting to stretch the fibres of this dough out. Okay, so it's now there's nothing really sticking to the board. It's really quite, you know, it's really quite there. Now with a naan, okay, it's not going to be like to ability for people not to understand, but it's going to be right. It's going to be brutalisational. So what I'm going to do, okay, I'm going to line this board with a little bit of oil. I mean, preferably like ghee or butter would be good, but right, we're just going to line that with the oil. Right, and I'm just going to grab that, chuck it in, upside down. There you go. Right, and all I'm going to do with that now, I'm just going to leave it, and that should be fine enough for what we want. Right, we just want a naan, yeah, we just want a naan with the curry, that's all we want, right? So I'm going to cover it up, I'm going to set that to one side, alright, so that's basically that sort of situation sorted out. I'll see you in a second, magic hands. Right, okay, so we're back onto the curry. So the curry's out, okay, so now we need to basically improve the curry. So this is how we're going to do it, okay, so I'm going to go, at first I want a bit of oil in there, okay, I think what we'll do first, we've got butter ready, I've got oil ready, so what I want to do is I was going to put just some green beans in here, but I haven't got any, so I want to just, I need an onion, right? But what I'm looking for is petals of onion, okay? So I'm just going to quarter them, and I'm going to take that skin off. Right, it's the tricky bit. All right, there's always one bit, right? And I just want to petal them, but I want to look how I'm going to do it for the size of the curry. So okay, so just gently petal them, all right? So we're just looking for petals of onion. I've got flashing lights. It's probably, you know, electricity grid situations that are going on in the country because, you know, we are in the fucking shit. Right, okay, so yeah, so what I want to do is I just feel the need to add to that curry because that is obviously nowhere near finished, but I just want a little bit of veg in there. Yeah, it's just going to help with a lot of things. So it's just how quickly I can bloody do this silly little bit, right? But we're going to need more onion than what you think, right? So I'm going to do the whole of it, right? I weren't going to at first. So I had a decisive moment, yeah, of basically mentioning computerisation, yeah. And I was just thinking in my head, oh, do I need what I need? No, I don't. Yes, I do. Right. More oil. I need oil in there. It's probably not enough, which it ain't. Right, okay, so I just want to chuck the onions in first. Get them frying. They were not in hot enough. I had to turn that pan down just before I restarted. Alright, so it's not a haven moment or anything. It's just I turned it down because it was starting to smoke and I was getting concerned. I can't fit that on now without that, do you know what I mean? So I'm just going to have to let that, we'll re-sort that out at a later date, alright? So you're going to have to forgive me. So we're all helter-skelter here in the kitchen, you know, of amazement, of abilities. I'm going butter as well. Right, that's going to add like real fine details to what's coming in, and there's other stuff coming. Okay, now garlic. Now I want garlic in this. This is going to be really important. Well, I know everyone was looking at a little bit of butter stuck on the end of my knife there. Right, so I want garlic in here and I want it sliced quite fine. Alright, so we're looking at skills. Look how I'm guiding my knife with my hands, okay? Now I can do that, yeah. Why? Abilities? Probably, yeah. Dexterities? 100%. Awareness? Of course. But how can he do it so Mitchy? Yeah, this is the final question, yeah. It's because this knife has been part of me for almost like 40 years, yeah. Grown up with it, yeah, you know, been memories around it, around the knife, you know, loads of food memories in creating amazing dishes, yeah? And that's how we can do it. So we just guide it with a knife. Look at that. Knife skills are too leggy. They're just too leggy, okay? So that's in with the ledge. The abilities and dexterities, and that's what it's all about. Is going to be later, and that's going to be shown with the naan. Yeah, the naan is going to be one of them that's going to be quickly made up on the drawer, but turns out to be pretty fucking spectacular. Yeah, and a wooden spoon. Okay, right now, okay, we've had a bit of a fire update incident at the Langdon Asylum Centre involving obviously Ramsey. He was basically taken off T2 duties. He was given like really severe verbal abuse. Okay. Alvin, the 73-year-old paraplegic, yeah, and he was taken off. You know, he got castramaded. I mean, there was the actual incident of the inspection situation that was also contributing with this, when he basically put diuretics into Todd, the security guard's coffee, and he done an arse explosion once on an inspection duty parade, and with his higher company officers. So there was that as well. So Ramsey's been taken off duties, and basically what happened was, Todd had to do an inspection of his cell, made sure there was no overloaded situations of crayon eating going on, because he's still eating crayons, and found a box full of crayons. Ramsey just lost the plot, punched Todd in the face, knocked Todd out, and then basically all of the guard duties and responsibilities lay with Alvin, the paraplegic 73-year-old security guard. Now this put Alvin into a bit of a situation, because Alvin couldn't really do much, really, to himself, because he's like a paraplegic, which means like you're paralysed from your neck down. So all Alvin could do was literally lull Ramsey into a false sense of security. A full sense of security. And I'm putting in nice chunky tomatoes in here, by the way, just to let you know. And just lull him over. Lull him over. And that happened. It worked. And then Alvin just literally had his little keyboard nodule sticker out everything on the top of his head and poked Ramsey in the eye. And the shock to Ramsey was so intense, that he actually jumped off his feet, landed in Alvin's fucking lunch, which was basically a mayonnaise chip dinner with squidgy potatoes, and then slipped over on that, cracked his head on the side of the wall, knocked himself out. The rest of the security came to alleviate Ramsey and his dying need of distress. Right, you do. Right, I'm going to put in some cumin seeds. I'm just going to do a little flickering. Right, now that's going to give... Actually, we might as well whack them all in, because we're not using them. I haven't got any more left now, so I've got a bit more cumin seeds. So that's going to just give these onions and that garlic, and also what we're not going to forget is, obviously we are going down an Indian route, but we are having a little bit of Malaysian, kicking in. A little bit of, digressing past Bangladesh and going on to almost like Thailand or Vietnam or something like that. So we're going to start introducing a little bit of fresh ginger into this now. Okay, so don't be afraid. Right, don't be afraid of these things. Right? These are brilliant. Just chop them up. It doesn't matter. Right? And then the fragrances coming off that are now like, oh wow, like really, really nice. So I'm looking at different things when I'm doing this. I'm not just cooking willy-nilly. We're looking at different things that we can do. Right. So now I couldn't find any green beans, but I've got some tender stem broccoli now. It has been frozen, right? So I'm going to start whacking these in. I'm just going to do all of it, right? So I'm thinking about how much chicken we got. Actually, I don't want to do too much. I don't want to go mental, do I? Because I always go a little bit overboard, don't I? But I don't want to go underboard. That's the thing. So I'm going to have to employ scissors, hopefully. I'm just going to chuck them in. Right, so we've got loads of butter in there, so that'll be good. I think it needs a couple more. I think I've gone a little bit too skimpy. I don't want to do, because obviously some people don't do enough veg and some people do too much. Right, so I think that, and possibly that. I think that's the limit. I don't want to go, watch it. You can overdo things slightly too much, right? Right, so what am I doing? Well, this is going to be an extra just veg filling for that curry. That's all it is, right? Right, so I want to put a little bit of sea salt in now. A little bit more black pepper. Right, and I'm urging for more butter. I think it just needs it. Bit there. Bit there. I think that's going to nicely soften, and that's all going to be poured into that curry as well. So we've got them lovely textural colours going in now. We've got, you know, abilities going on. I'm going to see if I can find any groovy chilies in the chili box of awareness. I'm not finding a lot of them. I had some real legends in here. I really did. I had some like titans of chilies, but can't. Oh, two of them have gone into the bleeding candle of despair. Oh shit. Right, I'll have to chuck that one. But yeah, I had some real like legends, like real potents, but I can't find them anymore. You know, they were like historic. But these ones here I can just chuck in. Yeah, so these just all like just dried chilies that I can just keep, you know what I mean? So, I mean, they are like potent, they're not like rubbish or anything like that. They are like, they do create some severe distressing, you know what I mean? Right, I can have it, right. Okay, so we're going to take that off there. Right, I want the dough's there. I'm just going to leave that to one side. I want it sitting in them juices. Right, that's coming on. That's coming off. Right, we need to concentrate on the curry. Alright, so this is obviously from last night. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Well, first of all, I want to loosen it up so we've got it on a really high heat. That's the first thing we're doing, right? We're going to. I don't want to whack in them too soon. Yeah. My main concentration at this point, yeah, in the cook of the curry. Forget about the naan. Yeah, forget about the naan. That's there to do its thing. I'm going to have a sneaky peek. You're not allowed to see. Yeah, it's doing some serious shit. Yeah, it's doing some abilities. I'm going to take it away, and that's just going to rest over on the side. Okay. So this is all about releasing juices. We're relaxing flavours now, okay, with quite a high heat. So we've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nice chicken pieces. I was peckish last night. I had to have I nicked 2 chicken pieces out of this, okay, last night. So, you know, I mean, reprimand me, don't reprimand me, but you know what I mean. Right, I will actually do, because obviously I know a lot of people are going to be moaning. And they're going to be saying, hang on, you just cooked off them really nice vegetables and you haven't shown us. And I haven't, so I do apologise. So there's some nice vegetables, so I really apologise about that. Alright, so they're really nice. So we're just going to place them in the curry. Alright. Right, so we've still got, you know, got the garlics there. It's just... Right, that's just going to go in the curry. So just leave it over there, it's fine. It's doing its thing. We've got our 2 wooden spoons, they're doing their thing. Right, now we've got this reheat this curry up now. So don't forget, it's also had a lot of time to, now we need to lower it down. And a lot of time, we've got to balance that milk out that's going in. It's had a lot of time to integrate its flavours into itself. And I did re-watch the video like I normally always do. I do re-watch my videos to see what I've done or whatever. And oh shit. Well, I need a thing. And yeah, and I was just checking the spices that I put in it and just making sure it's correct and I didn't like fuck up. So right, okay. So I need to open this tin. I thought it was a thingy jobby, but it ain't. It's an actual tin opener. So we're using Tinaro Porridge abilities. So this takes skills, well, yeah. This takes mastership, yeah. To be able to like, you know, perfectly without spilling a drop and like going to A&E or anything like that. Okay, so we've got a nice. I mean, that's like a perfect resurrection of tintage, personally. And then it just pings off like that, and that's called perfection. And that's called masterisation into your perfectional abilities. So I'm just going to pour that in. Right, don't forget a little visibility. Whiz it round in the pot. And there you go. Right, now what we need to do now is we need to keep an eye on it. Yeah, this is now about concentration levels. Yeah, really serious stuff now. So what we need to do, we need to ease in. We've got, this is measuring about heat now. So now we're mastering heat compared to what we're doing. Right. So this is all going to be about consistency. Right. Now, with consistency, obviously if you put too much liquid in that you would rather would not want to start with, but you've done it anyway, that's going to be good in the long run, but it will take a lot more eyes on pan, okay, to be getting that consistency up to the standard that you want, which we want a thickish sauce. We want a thickish sauce though, okay, but with still this effect. So still with that marbly, oily effect, okay. So we just want to thicken it, but we want to do it naturally. We don't want to be adding like cornstarch and things like that, okay? But we are going to be coming up with a problem, right? And that problem is that we've got to add that veg, okay? So, and I personally want to add all the oils and the flavours of that veg into this. So, I think we might be in a dilemma, and the dilemma is Sergeant might have to use a little bit of corn flour. I don't want to do it personally, I'm against it, but we might have to, so I ain't got a lot of choice. So I'm going to put the rest of that broccoli away, but yes, we might have to, because there's going to be a lot of liquids in that veg that I'm going to put in, and that's going to leave me in a very awkward position, an extremely awkward position. Yeah, I'm just going to check cameras, see if we've got droppage. We have got a little bit of droppage, haven't we? Oh, I apologise about that. I don't know how long it's been going on for. Right, so yeah, so that's what I mean. So just by cooking this out and bubbling it away is not necessarily going to solve the problem. Right, so this is what we're going to do. So I'm going to do the sauce now while I can. A tiny bit of liquid, and I'm going to have to. I don't like resorting to this, really, if I'm honest with you. But I can see what's going to happen. I can literally foresee it. So I'm foreseeing events. Yeah, we're still getting a little bit of electricity droppage out going on in the UK. And that's basically, you know, that's the current fucking state of the country at the end of the day. Right, same as that. Right, so we are going to put in a little bit of corn flour. I don't like to, yeah, but I'm just forced to do it because I can see where we could be having issues on thickage ability. We're really all about at the moment is creating sauce. That's all we're doing. We're just sauce creating, all right. Right, now, what else I'm going to do, and I'll be using this later anyway, so I just had a moment now. So I'm just in the fridge of expertise this, okay, and I'm going to do a couple of little things, but I do want something in it, huh? So I just want it, it's going to help take it, right, to a different sort of level, right? So all I want to do is just take a little slice, very thin slice of lemon. It's literally all I want. That pip. I just want to lay that in, and I just want. I might do two actually. I'll do three. I'll do three. But like really thin. Right, so we've literally got flashing lights going on in the flat at the moment, because obviously the national grid can't cope with the amount of electricity being produced by airflow and praying to the sun god. So right, now I'm going to whack in a little bit of lime juice. Okay, so I want to create a nice sliver. That's pathetic, that's way not enough. I was doing a little bit too, you know. Right, so a nice little bit of lime juice in there. But we'll keep lime, that's for later. So, that's the situation, that's what I want. Right, so now we're getting nice and it's getting better. Okay, so I need to turn this right down now. So this needs to go on to about a 2. Alright, and that's just for this sauce. That's literally all it is. The veg will not be put in until a lot later, okay? The naan, that's just doing its thing. That can sit there, that's not a problem. The rice is already done. That's still not a problem. But we do need, what is a problem, yeah, is getting this curry sorted out, yeah. Like I said, I've worked Christmas Day today. It was hardcore, yeah. Hardcore of abilities, yeah. Your man Sergeant just obviously smashed it in the park, as he would, and as you would expect him to, you know. Sometimes being this amazing is almost probably too much for me to even take in, yeah. It just takes sometimes textual abilities, cultural unawareness, and the situation where we need this thing to be bubbling, yeah, it's just going to create, it's coconutty, it's buttery. Now, I have got single cream in the fridge, okay, and that might be going in a bit later. We're not too sure, yeah. We're really not. We just wanna be able to create. I want to get that lemon. Oh fuck it, whatever. It's like it's like we just want to get to a point where that curry, yeah, can sit proud and sit amongst the best. Yeah. Don't worry about the ash. The ash is extra protein. Sit amongst the best and say to the world, do you know what? We can half do a really nice curry. But I'm going to call that a part 2 of the Christmas chicken curry special. Yeah. The veg is just too lush. The chicken curry itself is just too amazing. I know everyone wants to see it, don't they? There we go. So that needs to just bubble away, cook down to its heart's content, and then we can all be satisfied and all that stuff. I've got to do Boxing Day tomorrow. I've got a round fucking 2 of it tomorrow. It's not going to be quite as fucking groovy and spicy, but it's still going to be shit. Anyway, I'll see you lovely people in part 3. This is part 2. See you in part 3. Don't worry chaps, once this is finished, completely finished off, it will be amazing.